So today I'm talking about kitchen savvy saving ideas. So some of the ways I save money in the kitchen. One of the things I do is, if I look down, I'm looking at my notes, one of the things that I do is I turn the heat down on the washing machine. So I used to wash my everyday clothes at 40, I now switch that to 30. Obviously there are certain things like bedding and towels, and the little and Ollie, who's 4, so his stuff gets really, really grubby. I wash it higher, like 50 or 60 even if it's bedding. But your everyday clothes that haven't stained, or they're fine, they just need refreshing, I wash at 30. And then also on my washing machine and my dishwasher, I have a speed perfect button. So I push that button and it pretty much halves the time. So I'm paying for half the electricity. The next thing I do is I use less washing powder and fabric conditioner. I used to have a big old scoop of washing powder and I'd be like, a bit more, get it extra clean. That actually doesn't work. You're just clogging up your washing machine. So, so I've got a smaller container and my clothes are still clean, they still smell lovely. I'm just using half of what I used to use, and effectively I'm not buying those things continuously, so I am saving money. Along the lines with washing machine and dishwasher, once a month when I'm doing my kitchen zone cleaning, so I know I'm doing it every month, I, those things that you can buy and you put them in the washing machine and the dishwasher and they basically clean it all out. So I think, that keeps it running effectively, stops any future problems or any clogging up of the drains, keep it all running smoothly, and I believe that also will save me money. If I take care of it, it will take care of me and not break down. Another thing that I do, I had to lose track, is my veggies, like my peppers. I think I've mentioned this in another video, in one of my cooking videos. When I get a big bag of bell peppers, I'll cut them all up and I'll put them into Ziploc bags and I'll stick them in the freezer. So they're not going bad, because sometimes you might buy them one week because you have 1 or 2 meals, but then the rest of the bag, they'll just go off. If they're in the freezer, they're not going off. And I'll grab a handful of, I have 2 bags, I have mixed and then I have just green, because different recipes call for different. So if I'm doing Spanish chicken, I'll use the mix. If I'm doing spaghetti bolognese, then I'll use the green. I'll just grab a handful. And I replenish the bag all the time. I don't run out of them. If you can buy them already frozen and chopped, and a lot of them's like £1 a bag, and it's like a tiny amount. Whereas if I buy a bag of peppers, I'd get like 2 bags full. So if you do the work yourself, you're going to save some money. Carrots, another thing I do. We go for a lot of carrots, but if I buy a bag of carrots, within a couple of days they start to go soft, especially in the summer, not so much in the winter, although I still do it because I think it's just habit as part of my food prep. I peel all my carrots, I chop them all up, I put them in a container and I put them in the fridge. Then, it also saves on time, because when I want a recipe and I want some carrots, I'll just open the fridge, take them out, and I'm good to go. So things same with onions, freeze them again, things like that, they save you time and they save you money, because things aren't going bad and you're not throwing things away. Cooking from scratch. I know it's hard, right? But you pay for convenience. So if you buy a ready-made lasagna, you're going to be paying a lot more than if you made lasagna from scratch yourself. And things like that, you do pay for convenience. So it will save you money if you can cook from scratch yourself, which then goes on to my next one. If you're going to cook from scratch, if it bothers you to cook from scratch all the time, cook from scratch, cook in bulk and then freeze it. I always freeze leftovers, mainly because I ain't very good at measuring out. So I'll be like, I'm doing mashed potato, I'll just peel the potatoes. And then whatever's left in the bottom of my pan after I've served up, I'm not going to go, well, we're all going to just have huge dinners because, I've cooked way too much. I'll dish out what I think's adequate. And then whatever's left, I'll put in a freeze bag and I'll stick it in the freezer. And then they'll build up. And if my hubby's on lates and I'm doing a quick dinner for the kids and I want mash, it's there. If the kids want mash, it's there. When I have a few of them, I'll put them all in the big pot and defrost them together, and I won't even have to peel a potato, and we'll all have mash. Depends on how many times I do it and freeze it and how many we've got. Another thing that I do is I'm a bit OCD in turning all my switches off. Every switch is switched off apart from the things we're using. Obviously I'm not going to switch off the fridge, freezer and things like that. Excuse me. But the kettle drives my hubby mad. He goes to make himself a cup of coffee and the kettle's off and he's like, you know, but it'll drive me mad when he leaves things switched on. Switch things off if you're not using them. There's no point paying to have something that you're not using, right? This is quite a big one. This is like, buy something to save money. I brought an Instant Pot and I love it. I've got loads of videos on my Instant Pot recipes that I absolutely adore. You know, it's not very big, although you can fit a lot in it. We're a family of 5 and it completely does us. And I'm a family of 5 and I'm the only lady, so boys, and they eat so much. It costs a lot of money to run your cooker. I think I read somewhere, don't quote me on this, but the cheapest thing to run is your slow cooker, then it is your microwave, then it is your hob, and then it is your oven. Your oven just, got an itchy nose, your oven just eats electricity, or gas. If you're gas, I'm electricity. So I got an Instant Pot and I can do so many dinners in the Instant Pot. I don't have to put on my oven. It saves me so much money. Obviously you do have that initial outlay. I bought mine for £100, £99 on Amazon. I'll link it if you're interested. I think you can get them on better deals. Maybe I was a bit hasty, you know. There's a really big Instant Pot community and there's a lot of people saying like Black Friday deals, wait for Black Friday. I don't know. And it said it was like 150, but I got it for 100. I don't know if, you know, if that's true. I've not seen it go for any higher than 100. But yeah, if you're thinking about that, you know, I would really recommend it because it saves so much time. Like you can cook a whole chicken, a whole roasted chicken in 20 minutes, and you think how much money you're saving by not having the oven on for 2 hours when you're cooking your roast chicken on a Sunday. So I really like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have another video about my savvy saving money tips, and that one is about keeping your home warm in winter as the weather turns and gets cold. If you like this video and you want to check that one out, I'll also leave that linked below. And I do want to make more of these, but give me some suggestions. What savvy saving tips shall I share? What other room shall I go in? Where else shall I divulge? If there's things that you do that saves you money in your home and your family, then please share with me and put that in the comments below. Okay, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.